Hello everyone, and welcome to your second royal reading. Today here at MadWorldTarot, it's a Saturday, and it is a Saturday while the Parkles are in Colombia on tour. Their 4 royal tour of Colombia. They're halfway through, and I have the Rebel Hearts Tarot on the tarot table. I'm going to have a quick look at Meghan, because clearly the tour is all about Meghan. Handbag is just there to, well, not even carry the handbag, but just to step aside for her whenever she is entering a room or talking to someone or doing something. He is just there to kind of part the sea for her so that she can walk through it. And I'm going to have a look at how she's getting on. Is this all it was cracked up to be? She looks like she is reveling in the attention. She looks like she's on a narc high, and it's just the best thing that ever happened to her. Is it really? So we're going to have a dig around. Let me see. Rebel Heart Tarot. Have I showed it to you? Yes, I think I have. Rebel Heart Tarot, and I get caught up in the moment and forget what I'm doing. And we're going to do a Celtic cross, and we're going to see how things are going from her point of view. We don't care about Harry. I want to know how her experience is. Is it all it's cracked up to be? It's not getting much media attention. There's other things going on in the world this weekend, and who cares? And apparently they're pricing themselves out of the magazine market by charging too much for photos and stuff like that. So that might be a little bit of a problem. Of course, Josh Kettler quit just a few days before they set off, so things might be a little bit chaotic. But she's going to knock it out the park, this tour, because it's all she's got now. It is literally all she's got left. Doing these 4 royals tours to some quite dubious destinations. No shade on Colombians, but really it's not the kind of place that royals would normally, well, they have been. Let's rephrase that. They wouldn't normally be going in such volatile circumstances, possibly, and just because somebody liked them on Netflix. So that's a bit of a cringe moment. That's the reason it emerges that Meghan was invited. Oh, and bring that prince along that you married as well. He can come too. So it's all a bit cringe at this point, but she does seem to be beaming through it and genuinely thrilled with every moment that happens, unless Harry dares to open his mouth and speak, in which case those jaw muscles bulge out quite literally, and one fears for her TMJ. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. We have the sun. There it is. Attention, notice, limelight, power, glory. Look at me. There it is. Sun card, Leo energy. Sorry, all Leos who don't behave like this, which is all of you except probably Meghan. And I have Leo placements too. So just so you know, but there it is. The sun, attention, notice, glory, absolute attention. We'll probably see the movie. Apparently it is being made. The selected highlights of Nigeria, Canada, the Whistler thing, this, which instead of the Christmas carol thing that the Princess of Wales usually does for ITV, and Neil Sean tells us that the Parkles are putting together their Parkle Christmas special to compensate for the loss of the Princess of Wales' lovely Christmas carol service that she's been doing annually. So there you go. That'll cheer you up on Christmas Eve. Bit of snark there. And of course, I forgot to tell you that I'm allowed to snark because this is tarot for fun and entertainment, or my opinion, or speculation. Just reading energy. Disclaimer in the box below. The situation for Meghan. How is it going? The 9 of Pentacles. I'm free. I'm rich. I finally made it. I've got my dream. I can spend money. It's all about me. It's the independent single lady who's flush with cash. She can go on any spree she wants. She can buy the same dress in 3 different fabrics if she wants. And scare young children with things that they shouldn't be seeing when she's in those dresses. That's my opinion, of course. But oh yeah, all about me. I'm free, I'm independent, I'm an independent royal, living my independent royal life and doing it how I want to do it, and to hell with you stuffy old royals back in Blighty. So any problems, any setbacks, any sudden disruptions for her? Eight of Swords is an interesting card that's come through, because it's a bit of a stuck energy, the Eight of Swords. That it might be that she's got herself now into a bit of a predicament, because when you're doing these 4 royal tours, it's quite tricky also to be making jam. I mean, how do you divide your time? Make jam one day, go on royal tour for a weekend, come back, make more jam. Difficult. The jam lady on the one hand, the royal on the other. They don't quite gel, even though we know that the king has his own jam, and the duchy and Highgrove and all of that, and Buckingham Palace, they all do it, but they don't really make it themselves. So bit tacky there. But the Eight of Swords, she might have inadvertently, unwittingly, and surprisingly, because she is whip smart apparently, she might have made a bit of dug herself a bit of a hole that she's landed in by doing this. Thought she was oh so free, but then finds actually she's not. And I find that very interesting, that there was a hidden little trap that she stepped into, that she herself made by trying to be these 2 things at once, and might have just realized she can't. So what's going on behind the scenes on this tour? Is it all calm and peaceful, or is it chaotic? Are they fighting? What's going on? 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords is choice point. It's a choice point for both of them. And that's interesting, because it comes to this energy. Is this what she really wants? Does she want to do this? Does she want to have to try and dance in front of people? Always cringe. I can't look. I have to go and, wash dishes or iron or something. I can't look at it. She's got to pretend to like little children and wounded veterans, and they're difficult if it doesn't come naturally to you and you have to pretend that you care. I'm being a bit snarky there, just a bit. Or is it better to bottle rosé, make jam, be an influencer, be a bit of a hustler, hang out, or try and hang out with Gwyneth Paltrow and Cameron Diaz and all the rest of them? Choice point for her as this is going on. Oh, I'm free. Oh, I'm stuck. There it is. It's not about has-been. Or it might be about has-been, because the choice is really, do I keep him or do I kick him to touch, basically. I keep him if I like doing these royal tours, and where can I go after Colombia? North Korea has opened up again, as people have pointed out on social media. Or do I kick him, and then I'm free to be the jam lady and the influencer and all of that? Don't need him. What's her mind on? One of the things I want to know in this reading is about the fact that this is not being followed much in the press, the international press. So it's in here. Her mind on. How's it going? How's it being perceived? I got the Queen of Cups. She's doing her Diana thing. She's wearing the Diana earrings. I'm not sure if those are the fake ones. She did have a fake pair of butterfly earrings. Someone years ago pointed out the differences between the originals and the ones that Meghan is presenting as Diana earrings, but she's in her Diana mode. Okay, so she doesn't it's not showing me disappointment about how the tour is being received overseas. It is, or in the public and the press, it's I need to portray this image of I'm Diana. I'm kneeling in front of a wounded war veteran. I'm gazing adoringly at children. They hug me. Everybody loves me. They burst into tears. They faint and swoon. And, when I appear in their midst, I grow angel wings, more like grow bunions. But never mind. And how was it in the lead up to the tour? Josh Kettler quit. So what were her expectations, her experiences going into this? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. So that would have been the unsettling energy that happened when Josh Kettler quit. And apparently he was a mate of Harry's before, surfing buddy or something like that. But the Six of Cups in reverse is a falling out energy, an unharmonious energy, to do with the past, to do with friends, to do with old acquaintances, stuff like that. So there is a sense that there's been a falling out, and we know that there definitely has with Josh Kettler. There might have been other disappointments to do with friends. The Hamptons experience didn't go down very well. A completely different side of Meghan that we saw there to this now I'm a working royal, but in my own way, which is the heart of this reading, the tension between the two types of things that she's trying to be, the half in, half out. It's not working. But this is a falling out with people or not fitting into a group that she's always wanted to fit into, because it's coming from way, way, way back in the past, in those happy days of childhood where she dreamed of being a royal, dreamed of being Princess Diana, but she also dreamed of being Julia Roberts, and she dreamed of being Martha Stewart, and she had all of those dreams, and they all have gone a bit sour, past energy. How's the rest of the tour going to go? As I say, she looks like she's on cloud 9 at the moment. And what's going to go? How's it going to go? Ooh, I've got the moon. That's a bit... There might be a bit of a moment in there. Something that happens that's a little bit off with the moon. And there could be a moment, a security... Ooh, there could be a security moment. Sorry, I've got my pen out because I need to write a note down. And it's possible that something happens that's a little bit dodgy. The moon is about disruption, fear, distrust, anxiety, things that go on in the shadows, murky, hard to figure out what's going on. It's a big card. And it could be that they have some kind of security scare. That is possible in there with that card. We could have a near catastrophic car chase. Something could happen that's just a bit weird, that nobody can really get to the bottom of and figure out. That's a little bit frightening. Could happen at night with that moon card. We have got a full moon coming up, which is quite a tricky one astrologically, and some big world events happening around that. And so, I don't like this card. I don't know whether the shadiness that happens under the cover of this moon is intentional or genuinely dangerous. But there's something in there, if not to do with actual danger and security risks and things like that. There could just be something a little bit off that happens on their tour. We could hear murmurings of unease coming from them, coming from the people around them who are unhappy with things that are going on. It's not a good card. I've asked here how the Colombian people are receiving or perceiving this tour. How do they view it? What do they think of it? They got the Magician in reverse. They see through it. Well done. They feel that they're being manipulated, I've got the Magician here, which is the PR card, the trickster when it's in reverse, a very tricky energy, which if they try something over here with the Moon, they're going to see through it. Because when the Magician is in reverse, it's manipulative behavior. It's using trickery to achieve a goal, to make something look a certain way. That's PR. But here in the reverse, it's really dodgy. And that people see it, that they're not falling for it. If it's coming from government, for them, they're not falling for it. If it's coming from Harry and Meghan, they're not falling for it. And I gather from people who are going through comments on social media from Colombians that they're not falling for it. They don't like it. They feel that they are being used, exploited, manipulated. So that's interesting. Let's get back to Meghan. Pressure she's under on this tour, and I have the King of Swords, in reverse, and that is, I think it's the guy who quit. I think it's Josh Kettler. I don't know what sign he is. I might have known when I read on him, but I've forgotten now. But it is somebody who's high up, who should have been around, who should have been organizing things, deciding where things, or telling people what to do and where to go and smoothing the way, and he's gone. So she's feeling the lack of that King of Swords as a kind of a planning energy, strategic energy, somebody who meets behind the scenes with other somebodies who are higher ups and organizes things. And she's feeling the lack of that. I think it's a bit of a stain on her, and the trip all together, because this is what people are talking about. This is what people were talking about in the run up to this thing. They're still talking about it. They're going to be talking about it afterwards. They're going to associate the two. Josh Kettler left because of, people speculate, the Colombia tour and that Moon card there. And so that is the pressure she's under from the outside. It's also could be security people. There could be issues around the security. She's not happy with the security. Could be issues around government officials that she's having contact with, that it's not going smoothly. She's not happy with that either. It could be even to do with the press and the way the press is reporting this, and she's not happy with that either. She's not getting the high profile articles she was hoping for, news bulletin items she was hoping for, things like that. So there's a lot of potential in that card for stress for her, or dissatisfaction for her, a criticism that she might be feeling. She might be feeling the negative effects of this card quite strongly. So her hopes and fears, and we have the Strength card in reverse, and she's worried about the brand. She's worried about how it's coming across, how the pair of them are coming across, that actually they just look pathetic. I didn't think that she would have that much self-awareness, because she is on cloud nine. She's on that high, and it's quite strange to me, but we see glimpses of it, the mask drop, as people call it, when Harry says something and she glares at him, or she clenches her jaw, and it's just little moments where she's like, oh, why did you do that? Why did you stand there where I should be standing? And why are you sitting next to that really hot-looking woman at the cultural event where there was dancing and stuff like that, and look like you're leaning into her and enjoying the conversation with her, and she's really glamorous and elegant and beautiful, and here I am in my dress slit from top to toe pretty much, like a chicken that has been cut down the middle, and there you are. And it makes us look weak. It makes our brand look diminished and cheapened. Strength in reverse. So all about the glory here, Sun card, but the fear that it's not going to pay off. So is it going to pay off? We've got some interesting cards in this reading of this tension that she's created for herself between the various things that she's trying to be the half in and half out. That's not quite coming off. She's going to have to choose between them at some stage. Two of Swords. Just saying. And that very dodgy moment in the very near future. And the people not falling for it, and the pressure she's under with that King of Swords and the Strength card in reverse. Outcome for her, is it going to be all glory and she's going to look back in 20 years time, and that was when it all finally came together for her, and now she's Princess of Hearts and Queen of the World? No. Knight of Swords in reverse. It's quite I have to say this is quite a scary card, because there is a sense of danger in it. And I don't like it. I'm very uncomfortable with it. Very, very, very. If they have unwittingly or wittingly put themselves in harm's way, they might live to regret it. She might live to regret it, because this card is a dangerous card. The Knight of Swords is about swift movement, surprise, out of the blue something happens, something very quick, unexpected, and in reverse it can be quite ruthless and dangerous. I'm just saying, if it's not actual harm, physical harm, and I do not wish it on anyone, even these two, if it is not that kind of a harm, if it's just some things leak, there's some murkiness, this pulls all the attention in this reading, this Moon card that's coming up. It might even be when they get home and things start, there's rumbling about what really happened. There's discontent, there's disturbance in the force field. There's comment that's going to get ugly with the Knight of Swords in reverse. There could be some comeback from this guy, for instance, the King of Swords in reverse, who might do something quite surprising. He might breach his NDA, for instance. I'm speculating, of course. I'm giving examples of what the energy of this card could represent, how it could play out in reality. I don't know for sure. I'm speculating. But it could be someone like that breaches his NDA and decides to let rip and tell it like it is. Someone else might decide to tell it like it is. These people down here who don't like being manipulated might tell it like it is. There might be a lot of criticism, a lot of pushback, a lot of negativity around this that she's not expecting. She might regret it ultimately, even though we see her on her little high that she's on. That is not a good outcome for me as an energy reader. So there it is. Strange reading. Really one of the strangest reading I've done in a long time. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.